In Denver, the mayor's billion-dollar bet is paying off. The vibrant Denver bond project is sailing toward an easy double-digit win. And Mayor Mike Johnston joins us now to talk about it. Mayor, thank you for your time. Yesterday, you told me that this measure was not a referendum on whether you're doing a good job as mayor. Now that it's going to pass by 20-25 points, you want to amend that?
It is absolutely a referendum on how I'm doing as mayor, Kyle, exactly as you said. No, I think it's actually a referendum on how Denverites feel about the future of Denver. They're excited about where the city's going. They want to be a part of it. They want to invest in the city's future. I view it as being very hopeful for the city, and that's, I think, a win for all of us.
Certainly, you know, there's going to be a lot of scrutiny because there's so many projects involved in this. People know that it's a lot of money that is being borrowed in their name and being paid back out of their wallets. Do you have the infrastructure within the city to deliver that many projects on this fast of a timeline?
We do have the infrastructure, and in fact, that's why we've focused this bond on being a smaller number of projects in a shorter amount of time. The last bond is about 500 projects. This is about 90, and it's all within 6 years. We'll start to talk through tomorrow, actually, already, what the first projects up are. We'll start breaking ground on projects as soon as Thursday, and so our team is raring to go to actually implement and execute this, so that's what we know Denverites wanted, is deliver it on time, deliver it on budget, and deliver it fast, and that's what we're ready to do.
Referendum 310, which we'll get into in more depth here in a moment, passed by an enormous margin tonight. This is keeping Denver's ban on flavored tobacco. You supported that. One of your billionaire backers, Michael Bloomberg, put a record $5 million into it. Are you surprised by that passed by those kinds of numbers?
That was a big margin, but I also think that what you find is when you talk to regular folks on hard issues, they have pretty clear ideas. And if you say, should we try to prevent more and more young people from starting to vape at 16 or 17? Most people in Denver will say no. Most people said no tonight. I think that's the right answer. And in the same way, when we ask people, do you want to invest in playgrounds and rec centers and roads and bridges in your neighborhood? Most people say yes. And for us, that's a huge sign of affirmation, even in a moment when there's a federal government shutdown and there's a potential recession in the wings. People believing in the future of the city is, for us, a great sign of hope.
And Mayor Johnston, one last question for you. Tonight, New York City elected a Democratic Socialist, Zohran Mamdani, as mayor. The Democratic Socialists and elected leadership in the city of Denver are pretty critical of the way that you lead. Is Mamdani good for your party, the Democratic Party?
Well, a couple of those folks are here tonight celebrating our victory, so I think there are a lot of things we still agree on. And so our goal, what I love about this job, is it is nonpartisan. You got to bring people together from the far left to the far right. We did that tonight, but we think this is a good chance of what people agree on. They agree on infrastructure, they agree on housing, they agree on parks and recs and great assets for the neighborhood, and they agree on keeping Denver affordable. Those are all things we want to do. They're things the next mayor of New York wants to do, so if we can partner on those, we will, but we think a lot of his ideas are things we're working on here in Denver, and we hope we can deliver effectively.
Denver Mayor Mike Johnston, appreciate your time tonight. Congrats on the bond win.